Hello, anyone and everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. And hello to Edward. I haven't spoken with you in a while, so how are you?
Howdy do, everybody. Glad to be back. Hello, Ben. How are you? I'm doing. Oh yeah, you asked first. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Honestly, weirdly enough, I don't want to say anything to jinx my luck, but my life has been better than usual recently.
Oh, that's always a positive.
So yeah, honestly, I cannot complain about my status at the moment. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just I woke up a while ago and then it suddenly clicked in my head that I hadn't set up the stream because the internet went down. And so I just quickly ran to StreamYard to get it all running. So sorry for the late notice, everyone. Speaking of which, hello to Percy Productions and BZ Railways. Percy says, guess who's back? Sky's back. Oh my god, it's Skyrider. And
Yes,
then
oh my god, oh my, pardon the swear, but holy shit, I can't call him Skyrider 11 Shifty Face anymore. Oh my god, I think the stream tradition is broken. My entire life is over. I take back everything that I just said. I'm now at the worst place I have ever been mentally. I'm breaking, dude. I'm glitching out. Oh my god, we have officially lost Skyrider 11 Shifty Face. Like, oh my god, and I can't even do the thing where I say it fast now. Like, I feel like now I have to say it slower. Dare I say Skyrider 11 Shifty Face? No, that doesn't sound right. I can only say Skyrider 11 Shifty Face. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to do. Pardon the dogs in the background. I have two dogs that are just very, very angry.
And a big hello to BZ Railways. Welcome back.
Yo, BZ Railways, welcome. How are you? How is everybody?
Yeah, how is everyone doing? We forgot to ask.
We have not streamed in 3 months. Like, Jesus Christ, what is going on? We've fallen off the schedule. We've fallen off the radar.
You've been busy making sure Series 7 finished.
Oh, that's what you were doing, dude. I was off colonizing Mars for the British Empire. I don't know what you were working on. Also, fun fact, if you were to move every single British imperial territory to the moon, it would cover 99% of the moon's surface.
Buckle up, lads, we're going to space.
Exactly. I say we just take every single piece of land, Canada, Australia, India, all of that, pick them up, slap them on the moon, make the moon habitable, and then just connect them all through some land bridges, you know? And then they can start, and that would just be Britain. That would just be Britain now. Like, that, all of that territory, that's just Britain. And then the planets would be the colonies. That would be the beginning of Her Imperial Majesty, Queen Elizabeth. Actually, wait, she'd probably be dead by then. Queen Elizabeth the 32nd's colonial empire.
Hello to Alex Garner, welcome. I'm
there.
getting Trainz started right now, everyone, so we should be on our way.
But yeah, I just thought that was a cool fact. Fun fact. I'm gonna say it again because I kind of got carried away. But if you were to take every single British imperial territory and lay it on the moon, it would cover 99% of the moon's surface. So that's pretty cool. So just remember, whenever you're looking into the sky at night and you see the moon and you think, wow, that's pretty. That's America's moon. You could just think, no, little Timmy. You are looking at approximately one. You are, especially if it's a full moon, you are looking at half a British Empire right there. Which is, honestly, when you really think about it, it's a little scary.
It is scary, but it's amazing to think about. Like, the Americans may have got there first, but it belongs to the British.
We've conquered it all. We've conquered it all. Also, by the way, this wasn't on the thing, but if you count Britain's Antarctica claims as part of the British Empire, which I do because, Britain has nukes, meaning they're probably going to be able to big stick their way into Antarctica. That came out a little bit wrong, didn't it? You know what I mean? They can use big gun diplomacy, to get their way onto Antarctica when the treaty expires. But if you count Britain's claims on Antarctica, that would cover the whole surface of the moon and a little bit more. I think that explanation made my brain evolve backwards. I thought that was just the American education system. But yeah, think about that. Think about that. If you factor in the Antarctic claims, Britain owns the moon and then some.
Which, I mean, hey.
It's so incredibly British. Insert incredibly loud, distorted Rule Britannia here.
Where's that coming from? Oh, just the moon.
It's just the moon.
It's
You
just
see,
the moon.
it used to be an island. What's that boss music I hear? And then it's just one. What? That's just a single ship. We can take them. And then they just zoom in on the ship, and it's flying the naval jack of Britain. And then that's how you know you're screwed. It's like if you hear Rule Britannia, you look out over the horizon and you see a single ship. You realize, oh no,
It's
carrying the naval.
Exactly.
It's carrying the naval jack of the United Kingdom. And then you just slowly see more and more ships peer over the horizon. Until there's like billions of them.
Yeah, and then it's too late. There's no point in running anymore. It's over.
You should have started running 2,000 years ago. How long has British civilization? It has to have been like a long time.
A very long time, because some of the earlier records date back to before William the Conqueror, obviously. And then
yeah, because then but to be fair, no offense, but like pre-William. Now I know he was from France, but hear me out here. Don't tell Argentina. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Get that off the screen. You're gonna get us banned in Argentina, VC Railway. No, I'm just kidding. Put that up there. Screw Argentina. Yeah. Sorry, a bit of a voice issue there. Yeah, put that message back up there. Put that message back up there. Yeah, down with Argentina. Up with the Falklands. Let's go. I'll be dead honest. Like, I know they gave the Falklands a referendum to ask them if they would want to be Argentinian or if they would want to remain British or be Argentinian. But honestly, I don't care what the people want. I'm sorry, I don't care democracy. My motives are imperialism, colonialism, and most importantly, whatever the Queen wants. Although seriously, if the Queen actually did just want to hand over the Falklands to Argentina, I don't know what I would do. Because on one hand, I support and respect the Queen, but at the same time, that's literally acting against the interests of the empire.
Hello to Parkerator, welcome. And also, Sky wants to says if he could kill any English king, it would be William the Conqueror because he fought the French.
Okay, unpopular opinion here, but pre-William the Conqueror England kind of sucked. Think about it. It was just a bunch of poor people speaking slum language. The French, when they came over to England, they brought all of that fancy British stuff that we now attribute to the British. The French pretty much brought it over to Britain, but when they brought it over to Britain, they lost it. Like the fanciness and the goodness of it.
And then now we have the modern French and the modern...
Exactly. The modern British. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, culture over the world is dead, and it's been dying since the 1960s. But British civilization has certainly been, affected by it. But at the same time, I can certainly say it's been affected the least out of every country on Earth. Except for the African ones. They haven't really changed much. They're still kind of unga-bunga and around a fire, but...
Okay. So if you haven't noticed, everyone...
Oh god, Dax is in the chat. He's being Dax.
Oh no. Why are you not stream admin? Because one, this is not the the
1,
usual
it's
account,
not yours. 2, because you're stupid.
and 3, because you scream at me every time I don't give you it, and it's quite pathetic.
The dogs are banging on the door. They are not happy at all.
Besides, we don't have enough people on your stream to warrant it.
Oh crap, I just realized I haven't made a video about it, and I guess I should. I mean, this is a really bad time to, make everybody aware of this, but I guess I should say,
Before you say anything, let me change this joint.
Pardon?
The music that was playing, I just said, let me change that.
Oh yes, very good, very mood appropriate. I regret to inform you all that my beloved dog, Woody, many of you know him from the Just a Boy, his dog, and some American French fries video. He sadly passed away about 45 days ago. Unfortunately. We got him cremated. Slightly less. The music just.
God, I hate that it was going so well until it built up.
I literally said we got him. I can't. I said we got him cremated, and then the music was just like, "Damn, bro, you burnt your dead dog's corpse alive. That's lit. That's straight lit fire, my guy." But in all seriousness, sadly, Woody did pass away. He had lymphoma, and we were informed that he had 6 to 8 months to live. He only made it about a month and a half after his diagnosis, so it was incredibly severe. He had a type of cancer incredibly common in his breed, called lymphoma. The doctors, the veterinarians, informed us that pretty much every single one of his breed die like that, and there's not really anything that anybody can do. It's just what happens to that type of breed. I don't really know why that is. I ain't no dog biologist. But sadly he did pass away. We let him stay until the end. We didn't really have the heart to put him down until the end. And in a way, I kind of regret doing that because he was not in a good place before we finally said that we had to take him.
I will admit, and I know this from the calls, that Woody he was very happy for a couple of days.
Indeed, there was a period of time where I really thought he was going to make it for a while, or he was going to survive until at least the 6-month mark. But he was doing really well for a while, and then he hit a moment where he faltered slightly, and then it was just down from there. I wish that I could say that the last time that we had together was cool, but it really wasn't. He was not doing good. He was shivering and crying on the ground. He couldn't actually stand. So I just wrapped him in a blanket and held him for a while, and then we decided we should probably take him. But guys, there is a happy ending to this story. So literally 1 week before they told us that Woody was dying, we decided that he was getting old and that he needed some company. Because our old dog died in 2017. His name was Rascal. Lovely boyo. Probably the best dog that I've ever had, honestly. Very loyal. He passed away in 2017, and Woody was very lonely, and he was very sad, and he was never really quite the same. So we thought we should, get a dog to accompany him in his old age. So we went out and we bought a blackmouth cur, is what they're called, and her name is Dixie. Then we found out that Woody was dying a week later, and we knew that we would be repeating the cycle of a young dog getting really attached to an old dog, and then the old dog dies, and the young dog spends the rest of their life sad and alone. And that kind of sucks. I don't really want to continue that vicious cycle. But while we were there picking up Dixie, there was another dog. It was the Runt. And my dad really wanted to get the Runt because he's just that type of guy who wants to save the little one. But I was like, oh, no. This one's big. This one's strong. I want the strong one. Because I don't know. Maybe I'm a bad person, but my dad was like, let's get the little one. It probably won't get adopted if we don't take it because it's the Runt. We should try and save it. And I was like, nah, man, let's get the big one. There are 2 left, so we got Dixie. And then we learned that, death was coming, and, we didn't wanna repeat the cycle, so we went back and we got little Daisy. Yeah, Dixie and Daisy are their names. They were born on the exact same day. They're sibling. I mean, I guess that was probably implied, but they were they're sisters, and they are literally Bill and Ben. Incredibly cute, but also Jesus Christ, when they start going, they can be demons.
Didn't you say they were a pain to Woody sometimes?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Even while Woody was still alive, man. There was a small period of time where I believe was there? Well, yeah, I think there was a very small period of time where all 3 dogs coexisted. That was not fun. Um, I mean, he started to get them under control when he got, like, later on. Like, at first, he was kind of abrasive. He didn't really want them to, like, take them under his wing. He'd, like, bark at them and growl at them if they came too close. But, eventually we came in one day and they were just sleeping on him. And so I was like, yeah, he got him. So yeah, he eventually got them to start behaving, kind of. Then Woody died, and their bad behavior has ramped up since then because they don't have another dog to teach them how to not be stupid. So we have to train them from the ground up. Because usually, if you have a trained dog, if you already have a trained dog, you don't really have to go through as much of the training process again because, well, doggy see, doggy do, you know? Like if a dog sees somebody else come up and then sit and then they get a treat or pats or whatever the heck, then they'll probably do it too. But, and they kind of doing that. But, well, they just didn't have enough time before Woody passed away. So we're going to have to go through the training process all again. They were born in November of 2021, meaning they're like 6 months old. And yeah, they're incredibly cute, but very annoying.
So just Bill and Ben to Boko and Edward, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. Although, Dixie is the big one, so you would expect her to be the big dog of the house, but it's not true. Dixie is big and strong, and she's not timid at all. She's actually incredibly brave. But Daisy is just really mad. I don't know. I feel like Daisy has a chip on her shoulder because whenever they get into a fight, Daisy will always come out on top, even though she is smaller and weaker, just because of her willpower. She sounds vicious. Like her bark is stronger than Dixie's by a lot. And she's the small one. She is small, but she is incredibly fierce. Like she does not like being picked up in a certain way. She will go berserk and you will lose your arm. No, I'm just kidding. Her teeth aren't actually big enough to draw blood yet. It just kind of feels like getting poked.
I've made this.
Pardon?
I've made this to go along the bottom.
I know you can't see it, but I'm saluting my computer screen.
And I'm going to blow the whistle of this standard 4 very loudly for the memorial.
It was beautiful. If Woody were still alive and he heard it out the back, he would probably go berserk, but it was beautiful. Yeah, he used to get really angry whenever the police would come. That sounds really weird out of context. I mean, like when the police would drive by the home. Like he'd bark at them and howl and such.
We have been streaming for 20 minutes already, and we have 2 people watching.
Well, I guess angry isn't really the right word. He would, especially if there was a fire engine and they would honk the horn. I think it's some sort of primal thing, like he would think they were wolves or something, because he'd howl at them.
Well,
and
maybe
I'm like,
he's
dude,
report to the fire and rescue team. You don't know.
Like, dude, why are you howling? There aren't any other dogs. Like, Dalmatians are kind of out the door, aren't they? Oh my god, what is that border? Sorry, that boiler.
Yeah, it's the cab view for the engine. I need to replace it. But yeah, here we go. This is the standard 4, and then this is like the Heritage Railway. So that is Holling Vale Railway Station. There's a bit of abandoned line, and there's a lot of specks of abandoned line all over the place, which is why these little borders are up to stop engines going on the bits that are broken. And then we have the turntable over here. And then there's just a little bit of the rusty bit of track that's been restored so the engines, can safely like cross over and get on the turntable. And I can tell you all right now, this route only has one station at the moment, and I've been having so much fun driving engines along this line. And yes, the world is quite open. But if you've seen my work on the railway series route, you'll know I'll be enclosing like a lot of it and making it really simple. Is the volume just right, or should I turn it down? I think I'll turn it down a bit. Oh no, it's on the bottom sound thing anyway. Yeah, we had the unfinished wharf, canal pier thing, and that just wraps around through the town and out the way. This bit doesn't see any action. This is the bit where I put most of the detail in at the moment, and it's the shed complex, which you'll see in a minute. I'll turn around. So there we go, that's the shed. There we go. And then over here, just briefly, this is where we have the coaling, watering, and fueling.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will be reminding you.
So I don't know if you heard that in the background.
Yeah, I did. I don't know about the
Just me talking for a school project. We have to make this stupid presentation about a passion project of ours. It is very cringe. I would disclose what I'm working on, but I'm afraid it would get me canceled.
See, this is the thing with this model. Like you pointed out about the cab. You can see it actually has a cab.
Oh my god, that man survived Chernobyl. Nah, screw that. He survived Hiroshima with those types. Jesus.
But yeah,
avert the gaze of your children.
But the cab that's been like put onto this model is a 9F cab, so it's too tall and too wide, and too far forward. So I'll just have to accept, like once I remove this bit of cab, I'll have to accept that I can't actually drive it from within the cab, but that's fine because I don't have the time to read the full complex manual of how to drive a standard 4. So
far too complex for you to understand.
Well, it's a standard design, so you learn one, you can learn them all. So maybe I'll just figure out how to drive a 9F and then go with the rest. There we go. That's the entirety of the Heritage Railway so far. That's about it.
I mean, but as I was saying before, we got off on depressing tangents. Like pre-William the Conqueror, England, because they didn't even have Scotland at the time, so it just was cringe. Like they were kind of just farming sheep, though, you know. Like pathetic little England never would have grown to be the great United Kingdom if it weren't for, you know, the French, ironically. Oh my god, actually that's funny. The French created their greatest enemy. Well, wait, if you freeze the queen after she dies, which won't happen, but if by some majestic treachery of life she dies, then we just freeze her, and then 200 years later we unfreeze, and she will be the first monarch to reign, and she will be the first monarch to reign twice. I'm afraid that's not how that works, though, because she'd still technically be alive, meaning, and if the queen's alive, but, like, not conscious, that means Parliament pretty much gets to run amok for 200 years. And if you're giving that much power to the people, God, they might just abolish the monarchy while they're at it and establish the Lord Protector or whatever the hell Cromwell called himself.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, could you imagine if that happened?
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that what Cromwell called himself?
Oliver Cromwell. Yeah, that's what he called himself, the Lord Protector.
The Lord Protector. Absolute power, hereditary, no more Parliament. He just made himself king, man.
Yeah, he claims that, like, the monarchy shouldn't be a thing, but he practically did. He practically made himself.
Why do I feel unpatriotic after that speech? What speech? Your speech about freezing the queen alive. Or my speech about England being lame before. Like, I'm sorry, but it's true, though. I've said it before. England is a terrible country. Scotland is also a terrible country. Northern Ireland is a horrible country. And Wales is also a horrible country. They're all trash. Separate. But together, they're perfect. It requires a balance. Although I will say, giving Scotland an autonomous parliament was stupid. Like, you see all those Scots campaigning for independence now, and it's like, mate. And then all the English are like, what? Why is this happening? And I'm like, dude, are you stupid? You gave them an autonomy. You gave a region that sometimes does not like you a autonomous parliament and a voice to speak for themselves. What do you think they're gonna do? Like, I'm wrong. I love you, Britain, but like, did nobody see that was a bad idea? You know, you know what I mean. That just kind of feels like something that would be a low brainer, or a low brainer. Sorry, a no brainer. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like, why? It was like, it would be like if Texas, it would be like if the United States said, you know what, Texas, you now have the right to leave the Union. And then just expected and then became surprised when the Texans were like, hey, you know what, we want to leave.
I think I accidentally uncoupled the tender.
Oh, I thought it just leaves the pipe behind, just hanging there.
Yeah. Because I tried
Well,
to
personally,
uncouple the tender from the coaches, but that doesn't work, I guess.
yo, Dwaxo120 says it's nice to see two legends after a long time. I hate the score. Man, this man just referred to us as two legends.
Oh, I mean, I don't think so. I don't think we are, but you know.
That is a tall honor. Oh my God, stop.
Thank you very much. What?
Yeah,
What did you say?
that actually, wow. That, man,
Wait, what was your thing about saying stop?
the buffers.
Oh, yeah. But from the cab, it looks like you're a lot closer than you actually are. Don't worry. I designed this so it's long enough for me to, just flip around and be like, okay, time to run around. I can fit the Flying Scotsman in this turnaround, like in this head shunt. So don't worry. This engine's set.
Sorry, just the term two legends. That resonated with me, man. We were just... Dude, we were just... Sure.
Am I the only one here who has tea but no biscuit? No, I just finished drinking my tea, but I don't have a biscuit.
Like, I don't even know how to feel right now. Like, man, I just shed a tear, man.
Okay.
That's a tall order. Dude, like, think about it. We have just been ranked by this guy amongst legends.
Thank you very much. But I don't believe.
I don't think we're deserving of that title, but we appreciate it.
Neither of us believe that.
But it is appreciated nonetheless.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Voting time.
Oh God, democracy.
Shall we run the standard for tender first, or go flip it round on the turntable?
Am I allowed to vote?
I mean, there's only 3 people in the chat, so I mean, I guess so.
No, elections have to be uneven or they don't work. There's eventually going to be a time in American history where they, where the election ties and everybody's like, "Yo, what do we do now?" And when that day comes, I'm going to laugh hard. See, kids, this is why elections are dumb. This post was made by the Monarchy Gang. I think tender facing forward, engine facing the other way.
All right, that's one vote.
I was about to say, oh my God, his brain really did evolve backwards. What the hell does that mean?
It's just you didn't read it right.
Did I? Wait, I think tender facing forward, engine. Oh, sorry, there was no comma. I read that all as one thing.
Hey, hang on. The Sky has 1 vote. BZ Railways has 1 vote. And Edward, you're on the stream, so you also get 1 vote.
Whoa. So, sorry, I'm so my mind is boggled. I think tender facing forward, engine facing the other way. Big right.
Okay, so we have 1 vote for the turntable, 2 votes for tender first.
Oh God, I'm a turntable man. Honestly, I don't like tender first running.
Well, then what are we gonna do?
Hold on, 1 second, boys. I got this, lads. I can save the world. Well, I'm gonna share. Huh?
Are you jumping? Are you jumping on an alt account?
No. You can have a look at right now. I'm sharing my screen at the moment. Look at this. And you see me here, right here? Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Can the stream see?
Mm-hmm.
Right then, lads. We're gonna do. I've never actually used this version before, but it's the one that all the cool kids use, so I guess I should get with the times.
Well, we've got 2 votes on either side. I'm not allowed to vote, so I guess we're doing it this way now. Just tender first, just constantly rotating. Tender first and the correct way.
Okay, sorry.
Hang on. Here's another thing. Just to mix it up a bit, go tender first, loco first, smoke box first, tender first, oh, well, normal way, or diesel.
Curse the dieselization ending. So I'm going to make things...
I will go and fetch a class 37 from the shed.
Oh, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this more interesting. Smoke backs.
The smoke backs first.
What Americans have to build smoke box. Alright, so this is going to make things more interesting here. If I do this, and then I do this. Yeah, wait. Oh. Hold on, I'm an idiot.
Well, come on, the engine's going to explode from just sitting here bored to death.
He won't explode, he'll be fine. Oh, he's angry at me. Calm down, Jeff. Just calm down.
76076 isn't happy with you.
Died. Alright, diesel. See, I've made it so that diesel is like the least likely option because there's 2 of the others. So if it lands on diesel, like we've just failed as a society.
Oh,
damn it! Damn it! I hate democracy.
Tender first it is. It's okay. You know what we'll do? When we get back, we'll run it round on the turntable. Okay?
I'm just curious. I want to see the likelihood of getting the diesel. Oh! 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 Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Oh, wow. That is unintentionally entertaining.
Shall we get the diesel the next time round?
Why not? But yeah, you heard the thing. It is gonna be tender first,
and then diesel.
Well, no, it was tender, then smoke box, then diesel.
Okay.
I ran the simulation 3 times.
Oh, did you? I couldn't see. Okay. Well, we've got a few choices of diesel that we can go with once we get back. And then I also have a DMU from the 1950s.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a... Wait, isn't there like a Hunger Games simulator or something? You know, I'm just going to do... Hold on. I'm going to do... I don't have time for this. Okay. I'm going to do a competition. And who do you guys want to be here? So I'm going to do a competition. Everybody can select like as many people as you want. But to be, selected on the thing. But I'm gonna make a random generator, and I'm gonna name a whole bunch of people. Last person standing is the winner. Who do you guys want to select? It could be anybody, from Thomas characters to movie characters to people in real life. Doesn't matter.
Hang on, why don't we do engines from this railway, like from this heritage railway?
Sure. I mean, I'm gonna put a bunch of other stuff as well. I'm gonna start off by putting literally every member of the main 6, just because I think that'd be funny. While I'm doing that, everybody suggest who you want to be on the wheel.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab the DMU and I'm going to put it in the other direction. I'm going to drive it in the other direction.
Okay.
So here we have one of the earliest slam door units. I believe this came out either the 1950s or the very late 1940s. And it is quite literally just a coach that's had like a diesel front and power slapped onto it. But hey, that's what DMUs are in essence anyway, so I don't think it makes a difference. Okay, let's go back over to the standard 4. There it is. Just crossing the bridge now. Let's get off the track. There it is. Look at that. Look at how good that timing is. The DMU came around the corner just as the standard 4 went round it in the other direction. Just imagine this, like flying in a plane, just following them.
Alright, I've got literally everybody in the main 6 server on this little wheel. We're gonna see who is going to win in a battle royale.
I think you're going to have to introduce the members of the main 6 because I don't think anyone here would know them.
It would not, probably. It's weird because the main 6 it's kind of what ties us all together. It's kind of weird that we've never really talked about it. Let's see. There's a lot of us now. There's myself, Henry, Dax, Cameron, you, Dan, Jagger, Flame, Ryan, Clay number 1, Cooper, Clay number 2, and Mr. Great Western.
But aren't like the Clays the same people?
No, Clay number 1 and Clay number 2.
Yeah, are they the same person?
No. They're different people.
Oh.
Right. I think that's everybody. Is that everybody? Just on final run through? It is indeed. All right, who is going to be the first to be eliminated? Damn, bad luck.
Who was it?
It is Dan. But it was very close to being you.
That doesn't give me much.
Who's going to be second? Oh no! It was like teetering on the edge of being Dax, but it was Cameron. We continue. Who's in now? It's Flame.
There you go. Let's get ready for some cool Heritage Railway action. We'll park up the DMU here on the platform. And then on platform 2, which rarely sees any traffic.
Oh, yes.
Engine, that's where our standard 4 shall be coming in shortly, wherever it is.
Dax has finally been terminated.
Can anyone hear it? Can you hear the faint chuffing? Look at that. You can see it in
Not
the
yet.
distance. Look, it's the standard 4, 76076. Look.
What's his name?
Jerry.
Let's go! Wait, didn't I
No,
call him Jeff earlier? I think I called him Jeff.
I don't know, but there we go. Look at him. You can see in the distance ascending the gradient. Like, oh, that's actually really awesome. Imagine sitting in these coaches and in the distance you see the other service approaching.
Yeah, that's cool.
There you go. We
All
can do
I
that.
can hear is the cries of the victims of the British
There you go,
Empire.
look.
There are no victims.
Can anyone see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
There are no victims of the British Empire, only people who have been fixed. Jesus. You know what I mean? I mean, like, only people who have been, helped. They're not victims. They were enemies. And now they've been removed. Let's see. After our long last, Dax's reign of terror is over. Dax has been eliminated.
The saddest
down to
thing
my-
about the saddest
Pardon?
thing about being able to see the standard 4 approaching from back here is that you won't be able to once I've filled in all the scenery. You'll see the smoke just a little bit. You'll hear the chuffing, but you won't get to see them approaching until they come.
Oh yeah, that is kind of a shame.
But hey, let's enjoy the moment while we have it. Because look,
Right,
there they
the people in the remaining, we have myself, Henry, Ben, Jagger, Mr. Great Western, Ryan, clay number 1, Cooper, and clay number 2. But who's going to be eliminated next? It's me! I have been deleted.
Uh-oh.
Who's next?
Probably me.
Nope, it's clay number 2. Who's next? Who's next? Oh,
There
now
we go.
it's you.
Here they come.
Yep, you have been removed. Down to the final 6. Who's gonna win?
Send a jaunty horn their way.
It's Jagger. Jagger's been deleted. Jagger is no more.
Only thing is that I'm going to have to slam on the brakes pretty quick now because there's too many coaches for this second platform.
Oh, no. It's Henry. Henry's been removed. I was hoping he could take home a victory for the 3 railway engines, but I was wrong.
So that only leaves Henry now, doesn't it?
Oh, and now clay number 1 is gone. We're down to the top 3, boys. It is between Mr. Great Western, Ryan, and Cooper. Oh my god, it's Cooper. Cooper is now gone. It'll be really funny if it's Mr. Great Western. He literally just joined. Oh my god, yep, Mr. Great Western is the last person remaining. He is so new. And then Dax added him. I don't even think I remember his name. I believe it's Vinny, but I don't remember. I would like to get to know him, though.
Look at that shot, though. You've got the engine about to run around. You've got the DMU in one platform, and you've got the coaches in the other. Click the points. Let's head off. Only thing is, though, is that there's now no run-around loop available, so the DMU is going to have to flip over. You know what's actually a good thing about this model, like this DMU model?
What?
It's facing the right way now, okay? But if you face it towards, if you change the direction to the other end, facing the steam engine, look, the back goes to red, like the number for the train goes to red to represent a red light, like it's the end, like the tail end. and then you can flick it back. And there we go. Off goes the DMU. And off we go to couple of our coaches. What I like about like half of the tracks on this heritage line being rusty and unable to be used is that you have to think really hard about how you manage the fleet, like the running fleet when they're moving around. Because you have to share the tracks with multiple services. Whereas usually if all of this was like operable and not falling apart, this service would be on this track and the DMU would have just left from the platform that we just went through. Speaking of which, there it goes into the distance. We'll let it go for a bit and then we'll set off ourselves. And then I'm going to go do some route editing. So, yeah, everyone, let me know what you think of the route so far, and then I will start adding stuff. And I shall take suggestions if anyone has any to offer, but they have to be sensible, of course. Like they can't be build like a four track main line, or be or like add in like a fun fair right next to the track. I mean, I could actually. That makes a bit of sense, but like silly things like a line that goes to nowhere or that climbs a hill at an impossible gradient. They all have to be very sensible. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the 1044 or 1043 service to wherever the next station is and whatever it will be named. Thank you very much for riding upon our Heritage Railway today, and we hope you enjoy your experience on the Holling Vale Heritage Railway. Thank you very much. There you go. We got some people down here working on mending the track.
Have you noticed all the unnecessary Percy love in the fandom recently?
No.
Like, I don't know, I feel like I've been weirdly seeing more of Percy than usual. I don't like it.
Unless you're Percy number 6.
Indeed. Oh, that's ironic. Friggin' Percy Productions says no, couldn't notice.
Totally didn't.
Oh, bro, your name is Percy Productions. It's probably part of the joke, though, so you know what? Clever.
I don't know about you, but I think that DMU is going a bit too slow for once. Let's ramp up the speed there. Quickly, hurry up, get out of here. No! 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 Oh my god, the power unit and the steam engine have both collided, but all of the coaches are fine and still moving, with the tender separating the BR coaches and the Senior coaches.
Oh my god.
This just went from devastating to hilarious. Now it's funny because it means that this unit is in charge and I can't stop it until it collides, which it has just done. And just like that, our driving session comes to an end.
Very unceremonious end.
But it's okay though, because the railway barely exists, so I don't have to log it in our accident book.
Man, it's so weird. I remember using TAN, and Cameron was always constantly like, you need to move to 2019. Why haven't you moved to 2019? You have 2019. Why haven't you moved over your content to 2019? I was just like, yeah, I just don't like 2019. I just don't. I just don't
It's
like
good.
2019.
It is good for all the models that you get, like the new models that have been coming out.
Then I switched over to Trainz 2019, and now I can't even imagine going back.
But like people like Tame. I mean, I can see why you like 2019, especially since you've got a monitor that can run it. That's very important.
Yeah, sometimes that can be pretty important when you're trying to do things. Usually.
Okay.
But I'm not really a professional tube uber. Like, who do you think I work for? TWA 1945 Studios or something? That's me, everybody. I am hired help.
Okay, has anybody got any suggestions for the town of Holling, Vale? And just like I said before, make sure they're sensible. Don't be a Dax and
Yeah, best advice I've ever heard. Don't be a Dax.
Don't be a Dax, and most importantly, don't do Dax things.
I didn't mean like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you Daxing right now? Like, dude, we don't do that around.
That should be a thing, like a thing that people say in conversation.
No, that should be like, I feel like that's something that like schools would say. We do not tolerate Daxing in our institution. We think that Daxing is very wrong and disrespectful to your elders. Oh, God, no. So there's this one really stupid podcast. Like, stupid. Oh, sorry. That was a horrible voice crack. And we were forced to learn about it in school. And it's called Teenager Therapy. Which already sounds like this. It already sounds dumb. And then they were talking about, like, teens. They were like, teens don't really have a place where they could talk about teen things. And I'm over here like, they don't need one. They don't. Like, 99%. They're like, what teenagers have to say needs to be heard. And I'm like, no. 99% of what teenagers have to say is stupid. And that is coming from a teenager.
Exactly.
Like, you don't need to be heard because nothing you have to say is interesting or relevant or meaningful. At least, now, of course, there are some who are actually relevant. And I'm not even going to claim that I'm one of them because at the end of the day, I'm just some dumb
At the end of the day, the best of Edward chat is filled up with more quotes.
True. And at the end of the day, I'm just some dumb monarchist who's who's raving about the British Empire on the internet in a community dedicated to a talking anthropomorphic British steam locomotive. By the way, born in Texas. So, yeah. So I'm in no way saying that I have anything meaningful to say. And maybe I will have something meaningful to say when I'm older. Key point being, when I'm older, I don't have anything interesting to say or anything meaningful to listen to because I'm a teenager. Nothing teenagers say is relevant enough to be heard by the people at all. In fact, if anything, you should take it and disregard it intentionally because it's that dumb, you know? Like, if a teenager thinks that that's a good idea, that is an active indicator to say, hey, your idea is bad, you know? But, like, yeah, that's what this podcast is all about. And it just makes me really angry because they have a very obvious political agenda. They lean very left wing. And they actually brought Prince Harry and Meghan Markle on as guests. So you could probably guess how angry I became. We all know how I feel about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, don't we, chat? Don't we, chat?
Funny thing is that I actually saw somebody at work who looked like Prince Harry, and he was like
Did you
sat with a
punch
whole
him?
bunch of he was sat with like a whole bunch of people who kind of looked rich, I guess.
Like a gang of Prince Harrys.
The Prince Harry squad.
Here we see a wild herd of disgusting barbarians who enjoy dodging responsibility. Honestly, I don't understand how that rat is related to the perfect queen. Harry, you're watching this, and I know you're not, but because you're too busy dodging
If you scroll on
responsibility.
YouTube and look in your recommended.
If you're somehow watching this, I know you were a Thomas fan or whatever. I don't care. If you're watching this, which I know you're not because you're too busy dodging responsibilities and being a horrible person, I hope your life with your family is terrible.
Kindest of regards, Edward.
Yeah, I hope you die in a fiery car accident and that your life with your family is miserable. Sincerely, Edward. Your friend, Edward.
Sincerely, kind regards, etc. Your friend, the best, the monarchist, the Queen Elizabeth supporter, Edward Bartholomew Smith, MBE.
You see, that's the thing. The only issue with, the Queen, the only reason why I don't want Prince Harry to die in a fiery car accident is because the Queen still, loves him or whatever, because family, I don't really understand it.
I don't think you can say things like that. It's like, I guess she still loves him because family, but...
The Queen, kind of just, from what she has said, she kind of just wants things to go back to how they were, before he was a rat.
Mm.
It's horrible because they used to have such a special relationship. You could see in all their interviews,
Yeah.
And then he just broke it. He just threw it all away for some disgusting American peasant swine. He is nothing. Oh my god. Okay, I need to calm down. My blood
Americans
pressure.
bless the chat.
My blood pressure is about to die.
I was just gonna say, are you alright?
I'm not even diabetic, but I'm gonna blow a fuse or something.
Whoosh, said Edward, as steam erupted. As steam erupted from his mouth and ears and nose.
Help, I've broken down. Also, let's be honest, the real reason why I hate Prince Harry is because he moved to California and not Texas. No, just kidding. Although, seriously, really, bro? Really? Out of all the states that you had to move to with your stupid American wife, you moved to stupid California? Come on.
This post was made by the Texas gang.
This post was made by the Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers are awesome. They're like the military and the police. They're
Oh.
pretty much the military.
They're like the military and the police, but they're pretty much the military.
It's like they're kind of like state troopers, but they act a lot more of as like they're technically under the military. They're above the state troopers, which are like our police, like the police who patrol areas that are not within cities, you know?
So just the neighborhood watch.
I mean, no, because that's handled by the city police. Like they have the city police, and then outside city limits, it's like the county police, and then pretty much all of that is encompassed by the state troopers. And they're the big boys. They get called out when bad stuff happens. But above them, that the only thing really, what I'm saying is the Texas Rangers have like the highest type of law enforcement authority outside of something that is national. Like, for example, anything higher than the Texas Rangers would be something that doesn't come from Texas, but comes from, like, America, you know?
Right.
Like, if Texas were to declare independence, the Texas Rangers would become the de facto army.
That's why you like them so much.
They're very cool. And I want them to train because we need to leave. They need to start training for a grand invasion of Mexico.
Edward just casually sharing Texas secrets over public Wi-Fi. I hate how the Trainz roads are like angled so that the middle is the highest point and the sides are the lowest. Like, I mean, I know that's how roads work, but I hate it because it's a pain for, you know, mapping stuff out, especially with the tracks. I'm just going to go for an invisible road. But then that bears the question of the fact that the crossing won't be able to work and cars will end up colliding with it. So, I don't know. I think I'm just going to go with textures for now. It worked on the Norland route. It's going to work here. Okay. I think that's enough work. It just puts down 3 splotches of textures. Okay, I'm done for today. Thank you very much for watching this route building stream.
We technically did build part of the route.
I mean, technically.
So weird. Sometimes I wonder, what would this streams be like if there was just one person here?
What?
What would these streams be like if there was just one person here?
Probably very much like the very first episode of TWA, Team with TWA.
It was just you.
Just me and 26 people in the chat.
That 10 with TWA finale was something else. It was awesome. Honestly, that was probably my favorite stream to date.
If we bring the series back with Team with TWA Series 4.
Oh, hey, Cameron. Cameron is in the chat. Invite him.
Who's in the chat?
Cameron.
Hello, Cameron.
You should invite him to the stream. Me and him could do some arguing.
Oh no. You see, that's why I just said I don't I don't think so. I don't think I should. Is it morally right?
Should I let me and Cameron argue?
Yeah.
Moral implications are thrown out the window. The question is, does it make good content? And the answer is, hell yeah, it does.
But yes, hello, Cameron. I know you haven't seen any progress on this route so far, but I don't know.
Come on, chat. Start a campaign. I want everybody to type "let Cameron in." Do it. Depending on how many people we'll get, and then that'll indicate how much people want Cameron here. See, I'm telling you, the chat I bet they like it when me and Cameron argue. It makes things very funny. Oh, this is awkward. The chat's not saying anything. I'm sure they do. I need to eat human flesh.
Did I hear that right?
Huh? Was
I
my
hear that
microphone still on?
Yes.
So, how about that royal family? On an unrelated note, do you know what blood tastes like?
No, but no.
Also, on another unrelated note, do you know what blood type Prince Harry is?
I don't know, but you could probably search it up.
Also, another completely unrelated question. Do different blood types taste different?
Probably.
Okay,
The dog.
and another completely unrelated note. Do you know where Prince Harry lives? And on another unrelated note, do you have any cooking utensils strong enough to cut through human bone?
All those points.
And this stream is most definitely getting age restricted or taken down because of that.
Oh gosh.
Actually, no, there's a good chance that it won't. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, but YouTube's like, wasn't YouTube's like policy for like streams? Doesn't it like reset your trouble? Isn't that kind of like Twitch where it like resets after a month?
I think so.
Okay, then yeah. I mean, we pretty much only stream once a month, so we're fine. The chat has not said anything about letting Cameron in. I'm very sad now. They don't want Cam.
Okay, there we go. What do you think of that? I've put in a few of these splines to kind of bring some texture and weighting to the yard. that look a little
Oh,
better
no.
with like some.
Beezy realized he doesn't want me to argue with Cameron. He said, if you have to argue with Cameron, please be Trainz related. Thomas counts. I mean, we could argue about that all day long, but usually our Thomas debates become relatively uncivil.
And more political.
It's weirdly enough, me and Cameron's political debates are more civil than our Thomas debates.
I know that's what I mean. Like they go more political, but at the same time.
Like whenever we talk politics, we're in peace. Pardon?
I said I don't think anyone prefers either. Okay, you can talk about something in a minute. I'm going to go get a drink once I put down this concrete wall. But you'll be in charge till I get back, as per usual.
Okie dokie.
So just construct this concrete wall.
I'm going to pull up exactly what I'm going to read to the chat. And it's going to be funny because you're not going to know what I said to them at all until you check the stream back.
When you can just jump on the on your phone and listen to the stream going on while you're in another room.
I mean, okay, well, you could totally do that, but that'd spoil the fun.
Yeah, but I did it last time. I left you alone.
What the hell? Well, wait, what the fuck, dude? Wait, you don't trust me?
Well, no, because the time before that, you led the whole chat into rebellion.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
So the time after that, I put it on my phone. And then that's why when I got back, it was so perfectly timed. You know, my words were so perfectly timed with what you just said when you were like, I hope Ben doesn't get back right now. And I was like, oh, hello. Yeah, because I heard that. And so I went on my computer to jump on. Just at the exact right moment.
So, you know how, actually, no, I'll save it for when you're gone.
But still listening in.
If you must.
So yeah, I don't recall seeing any suggestions in the chat for things to put along the line. So if any of you have any suggestions, feel free to suggest them while I'm gone, and then, you know, once I get back, then I can do some work on those things. Okay, there we go. Look at that. We've got a bit of a barrier around here because, like, you know, the embankment's slightly lifted. So it works a lot better to do. Okay. Bit of an unprofessional end, so I'm going to chuck a bit of a concrete line along here, and then I'll go get my drink. Okay, there we go. Okay, yes, everyone can go ahead and start suggesting. I am going to pop out for a drink. I shall be back shortly.
Is he gone? He's gone. Okay. Guys, I gotta tell you about Johann de Witt. So, he was a Dutch man, all right? During 1672, when the Dutch which the Dutch refer to as the disaster year, France and Great Britain attacked the Republic in the Franco-Dutch War. DeWitt was severely wounded by a knife-wielding assassin on the 21st of June. He resigned as Grand Pensionary on the 4th of August, but this was not enough for his enemies. His brother Cornelis, who was deputy in the field for de Ruyter at the raid on the Mattaway, particularly hated the Orangists, was arrested on trumped-up charges of treason. He was tortured, as was usual under Roman Dutch law, which required a confession before a conviction was possible, but refused to confess. Nevertheless, he was sentenced to exile. When his brother went over to the jail, which was only a few steps from his house, to help him get started on his journey, both were attacked by members of the Hedvig's civic militia. The brothers were shot and then left to the mob. Okay, I don't know if I can say that, but they're non-clothed wearing, slightly destroyed, forever sleeping selves were strung up on a nearby public gibbet, while the Orangist mobs. So, my point to all of this is there was once a point in time where the Dutch ate their prime minister. So basically, this Dutch guy, he really did not like monarchs, and he decided to get rid of his mom. He's pretty much Dutch Cromwell. He got rid of the monarch. But then everybody didn't like that. France and England didn't like it so much. They decided to invade and make him public enemy number one. And then the vast majority of the people within the country hated him because he liked the king. So naturally, what do the Dutch people do when they find him? Oh, they rip out all of his organs and literally eat him. I'm not kidding. They ate him. Like, they ate him. Like, this wasn't like some sort of ravaging either. They didn't like tear him apart. They formed an orderly queue and were served pieces. Like, this is so weird to me. They literally ate him. The Orangist mob ate their roasted livers in a cannibal. Can I say this on YouTube? In a eating person cannibal. I mean, I already said cannibalism. I'm screwed anyway. In a cannibalistic frenzy. Throughout it all, a remarkable discipline was maintained by the mob, according to contemporary observers, lending doubt as to the spontaneity of the event. DeWitt had, in effect, ruled the Republic for almost 20 years. His regime outlasted him only by a few more days. Though no more people were killed, the lynching of the DeWitts lent its renewed impetus to the mob attacks and helped restore public Orangist demonstrations that had a remarkable political character. The demonstrations delivered petitions that demanded certain additional reforms with, in a sense, reactionary flavor, and the ancient privileges of the guilds and civic government policies. The civic militias, who were traditionally seen as mouthpieces of the citizenry as a whole, to curb the regent's powers, were to be recognized again, as in pre-Burgundian times. The demonstrators also demanded more influence of the Cabalist preachers on the content of government policies, and a rollback of the toleration of Catholics and other descending desitting demonstrations. The purges of the city governments were not everywhere equally throughout going, and of course there was little mention of popular influence later on as new regents shared the aberrance of the old ones of real democratic reforms. But as a whole, the new Orangist regime of the stadtholder was well entrenched following his reign. So pretty much, the royalists came back. They were like, "Hey, we think your whole democracy thing is really dumb." And they got rid of him. You see, the British, they just chopped off Cromwell's head. The Dutch decided to go a couple steps forward and literally eat him. So there you go, everybody. I hope you sleep well tonight. Just remember that in the 1600s, the Dutch literally ate their prime minister's liver, and the rest of him, and also his brother. Sleep
Hello,
well.
I am back.
Hey man, how's it going?
Good.
I was just talking about fluffy like teddy bears and how much I love them.
Were they the reason why the Dutch ate their prime minister?
What? What? Do you perhaps like a liver-shaped teddy bear?
No.
Okay, yeah, then we have nothing to talk about. There's no mention of the Dutch. I don't even who's Dutch. I don't know Dutch. What's our prime minister?
One of the people that you hate.
Ah. Thank God we only stream like once a month. Imagine if the people just decided to eat Winston Churchill, though.
What?
Yeah, but we're running out of food. The Germans are kind of killing us. Winston Churchill's kind of fat. Let's eat him.
My God, look, it's the only bit of BB3 content BB3D content I have.
Would you like some Churchill in a can? Yes, look at them. Look at my flags. Look at them.
You remember how I told you labeled them wrong? Like the pre-18.
Yes, I screwed them up.
Yeah, you did. You screwed up the naming, but it's okay.
It's because I copied them, and then I copied them, and then I made them before I named them.
But then, hey, we also have this, so.
Yes. Big Norland moment. Oh, you should put a UK flag on the other side. Like you put one on one side of the shed and then a UK flag on the other. UK flag slightly higher because, well, you know. Up on the rooftop. Why are you using the pre-1801?
Oh, it's because of the names. See what I mean? Your name.
Oh, sorry. Will be fixed at some point. When those actually get released, probably with the updated version of the flag that actually waves.
Yeah, I was going to say, will you do a Norland one as well when with the updated thing?
Oh, yeah, I want to do tons of countries. Like, tons.
Okay, look at that.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'll do tons of countries. If you guys have any suggestions in the chat for countries I should make, say them, and I may do them. And you'll be able to download them at some point within the next 10 years at Brendan Bay 3D.
Site coming soon.
Probably.
I mean, it will be like, you know, I'm
Site coming within the decade. Site coming as soon as Ben gets around to making the site for us.
Which I will be able to this week.
Wait, what?
I will be able to this week. Remember when I said I won't be able to do it till the school holidays? The school holidays began today.
Well, in that case, boys, expect BB3D to be dropping, like, soon.
Hella soon.
Yeah. I don't even know what you said, but I agree with you. I think I heard Allah soon. I was just like, Allah, the Islamic god.
Because you said BB3D coming very, very soon, and I went to hella soon.
Indeed. Like, hopefully before May. Wait, no, that's a bit. Hopefully by the end of May.
You just need to have your content all ready to go.
Oh, trust me, Cameron has been stockpiling
For years.
literally.
And there we go. All the buffers at the shed complex are now down. Inside the shed and in the yard. We have no people watching the stream.
We've hit an all-time low in our career.
So nobody would have seen your advertisement. The BB3D. The last message was something I sent 10 minutes ago.
Oh.
I think everyone's just gone to bed.
Won't be too long before I have to start heading that way, sadly.
Yeah, and then I've got stuff to do. We were supposed to be spray painting those boards for the new Series 8 table, but that didn't end up happening.
On the plus side, that nobody's watching. We're kind of to a point in the stream where we can pretty much say whatever the hell we want because nobody watches this far into the streams anyway.
Well, yeah, but there is some people who do watch back, like Skyriders commented on the streams before with like hour and 30-minute mark saying this is a very funny moment.
A true fan.
I appreciate everyone who did show up for like showing up at such short notice, though.
Indeed. I was surprised we didn't see Parker Raider.
We did, though. I said hello before.
Wait, Parker Raider was here?
Yeah, for like all of 10 minutes or 20 minutes or something.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I heard, speaking of which, Parker Raider announced that Neil Fan's leaving the community. You know, Luke, Neil Fan, he's leaving the community.
What? Why?
I can't remember why.
Huh. And another one bites the dust, I suppose.
I'm just watching the bin lorry go by.
Hold on. Is that what you call those?
What?
You call them bin lorries.
Well, I call it a bin lorry. I don't know about anyone else. That's just the name I knew from growing up.
I call them garbage trucks.
I know you do, because that's how everyone over there says, like, calls them.
Like, I honestly thought if there were to be a name for it in Britain, it'd be the Rubbish Fan.
The Rubbish Fan.
The Rubbish Fan, not a Rubbish Fan. Like, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
What the hell is a bin lorry?
I mean, there are people in Australia that call birds that sit on top of bins bin chickens, so that isn't particularly creative either.
Oh my god, it's like that one video of the 3-year-old who's like looking at, I think they're geese or something, or ducks, and then she goes, "Look at all those chickens!" Just any bird. Blue jay, here we have the small blue chicken. Hawk, here we have the large brown chicken. Second, here we have the slightly less scary large brown chicken. Penguin, here we have the large black chicken that can swim.
That has the special ability of swimming.
Ostriches, this is steroids chicken. Emu, this is annoying clucker.
All right, hang on. I think we should end the stream in 2 minutes because that's when we'll reach an hour 40.
Okay. You should probably start doing the outro.
Yes. All right. Well, to just as I said hello to anyone and everyone, goodbye to anyone and no one, but also everyone. Thank you very much.
Breaks the universe.
Thank you very much for coming. If you made it this far, be sure to hit that like button.
Yeah!
And thank you very much for watching.
Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share if you like the video. If you would like to be notified every single time that we stream or upload, please do click the bell icon. It really does help us out. This channel is small. This channel is very small, and it would be awesome if it could grow. I think both of our channels are in the channels page of this channel. If they're not, they probably should be. And yeah, it's very awesome. Thank you everybody for coming. And if you were here, if you're watching this stream back, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. You know what to do. You do all the things. Okay. Good night, everybody. God save the Queen.
Good night.